So, remember how I said I was going to vlog DragonCon? I failed so epically. So epically.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But the truth is, I mean, it was just like a lot of waiting in line for like hours, which I didn't really mind. But I guess I'll just like tell you the highlights. So, got there on Thursday night and went to a hotel and met up with a bunch of Erpers, and Emily crashed the party like she always does. She loved my hair. And stayed out. I went to bed pretty early because I was absolutely exhausted from traveling 2 hours for some reason. So that's Thursday night. Didn't do much on Thursday. Friday, got up. I went to Emily's writing workshop, and just so happens that Melanie Scrofano was there. But I just love Emily Andress because she's like one of the funniest people in the world. Like, maybe tying with Melanie. And she's so willing and she's so honest. Like, she's supportive and she's like, yes, go out and do your shit. Go out and make the stuff that we need to make. Women, queer people, go out and do it. But she's also like, this is hard, right? She's like, you're gonna have to work and work and work. You're gonna have to work from the bottom, but keep writing, keep doing it, keep going. Yes. I went to the One in Earth panel and the line was like out the door, down the block, across the corner. And that's the way it was for all 4 days, which is awesome, right? And so I periscoped all the panels. I'll link to those periscopes down below. Although I'm sure that you can find them, someone else like recorded them with better quality, and you can probably find them on YouTube. But I just love this cast so much. They're just so freaking hilarious and so insightful and like so interactive with us. It's pretty great. And I said it once, I'll say it again, I'll say it forever, scream it from the mountaintops. I could listen to Catherine Burrell talk forever. She is so insightful and eloquent and passionate about this, and some of her answers are amazing. Like, I just love her so much. Okay. Friday night, I got together with a group of people and we went to someone's hotel room, ordered Chinese food, and we watched the Killjoy season finale. Listen. The experience of being in a room full of your TV-obsessed Twitter friends is unlike any experience I've ever had. It was magical. Everybody got me. Other people were like me. It was amazing. And the season finale was amazing. Saturday was like so overwhelming and like not the best day, honestly, because there was just so many fucking people. And Saturday night there were a lot of people and they were drunk, and I do not do good in large groups of people I don't know, and then they're drunk and have large cosplay costumes. But we did go to, but I stood in line for about an hour again for 5 Truths and a Lie podcast that Catherine and Dominique were featured on, and where they had to tell a story about themselves, and then there were some other people on it, and at the end we had to determine whether or not their story was true. Catherine told a story about being like an apprentice, a leather working apprentice in like the middle of nowhere, Canada, and deciding to, and like doing really well, and the guy's like, hey, I'm gonna give you my business, and she's like, nah, I'm gonna be an actress and like inspire everyone, and everyone's gonna love me, and he's like, fine. Turns out she could have, and it turned out that property is now worth like millions of dollars. And Dominique was a brave little toaster and told us about the time she sharted on stage in the West End. And I'm sure that you can find video of that also on YouTube. But you know what? Made me love her even more. Didn't know that was possible. So Saturday night, didn't do much because I was like, this is too overwhelming, can't handle this, bye. Sunday is when I did a lot of my autographs and pictures. Saturday and Sunday is when I did a lot of my autographs and pictures. See pictures here. I have decided it's a tradition that, as you can see here, that whenever I'm at a con and Dominique and Catherine and Emily Andrews are there, that we are going to do a reaction picture. This started at DragonCon because I went to take a picture with all of them and they were like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I don't know. And Emily was like, let's do a reaction picture. I was like, great. So that's that picture, the DragonCon picture. And this is the DragonCon picture. And I was like, let's do what the fuck? And so that's what we did. I think it turned out really well. So for the autographs, I decided to be one of those fans and write fan letters to Emily and Dominique and Catherine because, as a lot of you know, I think this last year has been kind of rough for me emotionally and like in my mental health. And this cast and this fandom and this show, Winona Earp, have like really kind of been my saving grace through all of that. And I could always count on Winona Earp to kind of lift my spirits on Friday nights. And so I kind of poured my heart out on paper to them because I knew, first of all, I wouldn't have enough time really to talk to them about it. Second of all, I'd probably cry. Third of all, I just like wouldn't remember what to say. So I managed not to cry with Emily, but just standing in line for Dominique and Catherine, I was tearing up. I get up to the line. It's over. I am like hiccup crying, sobbing. And I took selfies with them, and they are rough because it's just me, blotchy faced, and their beauty next to me. So yeah, Sunday was mostly autographs and pictures. Sunday night there was a DragonCon Earper meetup in the bar of one of the hotels, and Earpers are the best. I was a little bit overwhelmed, and so I didn't really socialize as much as I should have, and was just kind of like, ah. But every time I did socialize, and like I could see every time someone went up to a group of people that they didn't know, like you wouldn't know that they didn't know them. Because they'd just be like accepted, right? Be like, oh my gosh, hey. And just, Earpers are the fucking best. Surprise, or not, Emily, Tim, Shamir, and Michael crashed the party. And that was awesome because these dudes are so cool and I feel like they don't get enough like credit or love. And Emily is like so pro at party socialization because I just like watched her and she just like went from group to people and she'd be like, hey guys, what's going on? You know, like a normal person, which she's Emily Andress. So I can't imagine, like, it's just so like surreal to have like all of a sudden you're talking to people and all of a sudden Emily Andress is there being like, hey, what's going on? Being like, oh my god, hey, what's going on? How are you guys liking DragonCon? What's going on? And talking to you like you've been friends forever. And you're like, so that was cool. Got lost on my way back from that at night. So thank goodness for maps on your phone. Monday, again, slept in and went to the final Winona Earp panel. Only went to the panel, so I was pretty close. Again, periscoped it. And yeah, it's just so great. It was so overwhelming, so crazy, but I'm so glad I went because I, you know, got to know people that I had met before even better. I got to meet people, put faces to names, and it's just one thing. The cosplay was awesome. I had no idea what 97% of it was. I like saw a cosplay, I was like, I don't know what that is, but it's fucking cool because they spent a lot of money doing that. And so while I didn't have a clue what they were, I could still appreciate the mastery of the work. Monday evening, flew home, went to bed. Yeah, so that's DragonCon. Again, I'm so sorry I didn't vlog. It's just so, like, you'd think someone crazy like me would be like totally into just like talking to my camera randomly walking down the street. I'm not. I'm fine talking to my camera and crying in my room. And I've gotten used to crying in public in general. So crying in public isn't that bad. But like, I feel like crying to the camera in public, I feel like a little bit of a stretch for me. So sorry I didn't vlog, but I tweeted the whole time and posted lots of pictures, and I periscoped because I know that it sucks to be a comic-hant and periscoping, like, you know, is just me holding a camera. So I wanted to make sure that people who couldn't be there could still like experience it a little bit, because Earp it forward, right? Maybe someday I'll actually vlog. I don't know. No more promising. But I am glad I went. Like I said, I'll link to these Periscope videos below, and hopefully I'll see some of you there next year.